Hi, I'm Andrew Roach. Last week I shared a video about how I went about parsing data from a single string to fixed width columns of varying lengths using basic spreadsheet functions and, of course, array functions. Today I thought it would be fun to compare how I might achieve the same goal using Power Query in Excel. So let's take a look. So we'll go to Excel, open up Power Query. We can't open any DAT files here, so we're going to have to do what we did in our previous video and convert it to a text file. So I'll open up text editor, copy all my data, and then paste it into a new tab and save that as a text file. And now I can go back to Power Query, open it up and import it. And this will take a minute. There's about 30,000 rows of data here, so this actually takes several minutes, which is a little bit of a limitation of Power Query in my opinion. So now that I have the data imported from Power Query, I'll go back and open up the Power Query editor so that I can parse this data. So then I'll right click on the column and select split the column by position. This is where I can specify the position at which I want the column to be split based on the character position. So from my last video, I already have the character length of each field parsed out, so I'm just going to reuse that. We'll just add each of these field lengths together to get the starting point for the next field. So we'll copy this over, and we need to get this in a format where there's a comma in between each number that specifies a starting point for that field. So we'll add a comma here, copy that over, and then just combine those, copy that over, and then we'll concatenate the entire range so that we can copy this over as a single string into Power Query. So I've copied it into Power Query. Need to get rid of that trailing comma, and so this is updated, and now we can see that it is working as intended. And so now I can close Power Query by clicking on the Close and Load button, and it will present the data in Excel. But the performance isn't great. This took about 5 minutes to update, as compared to the virtually instant update using spreadsheet arrays. So there you have it. That's how to parse data from a file with fixed width columns of different lengths using Power Query. Power Query is a powerful tool, and I see it as a great option to provide structure and certain guardrails for large data sets in the sense that there is strong audit traceability in how data is being transformed and how the functionality is presented in the interface. Yet the experience of entering in the cumulative starting point of each field into a small text box requires a separate calculation which degrades the traceability of the work. In contrast, the approach I took in my previous video of using the spreadsheet functions to parse the data is essentially free-form, in that it requires the user to conceptualize the problem and draw on a broad library of functions, which perhaps requires a bit more depth of understanding of what is possible. That might not be a feasible starting point for everyone. At the same time, that free-form nature provides more flexibility to improve the user experience in how the field lengths are expressed. Regardless of one's preference, a familiarity with a variety of tools makes for a well-rounded analyst that can apply that knowledge based on the situation to solve a problem in a creative way.